Okay, this is a little book that I put together starting in 2017 when I started hearing a lot of words or thinking of a lot of words that were exemplified by this person. It began with disingenuous, and there are a lot of words that we see in fiction describing people's gestures and all. And so anyway, a lot of them came up in here, and also during the course of the year, I went down the studies of narcissistic personality disorder, which is really interesting. That put a lot of things made sense with that information about a lot of people. Okay, so let me just do a little flip through here. I'm kind of slow because I'm crawling around on the floor, and I got my wonderful placemat. I'll try to do this without moving the book around. So, this is where the year started. Oh, in 2016 was disingenuous. That, well, who? Me? Etc. Here's another one. Okay. Thanks, Donald, for exemplifying and providing graphic examples as opportunities to use these seldom used words. Fatuous hasn't been all over the media yet. This is also a place to use the longest word, anti-disestablishmentarianism. Okay? So, establishment, disestablishment, anti-disestablishment. Tarian is a person, ism is the whole thing. So I thought that was pretty good. Word salad. Okay, words in the media and describing the unprecedented. What could this be? Rawness. Unprecedented rawness. Now there's a page with raw in it here too, so that's good. Okay. Word salad, and that's great. It's used by people trying to convince. Cognitive dissonance. You know two things are true, and they can't both be true at the same time. One of them has to be a lie. Petulant, deplorable, disingenuous, petty, egregious. That's not, egregious is something that has to describe a bad quality, like an egregious authoritarian or an egregious vulgarian, or in a case of egregious narcissism, like that. This isn't used very. It's used a lot because it sounds great and it's fun to say, but it's hard to use correctly. Authoritarian, oligarchy, that was a new one for me. Vulgarian, a chiseler. Always chip away at the edge of a law, you know, just to keep edge of a law, just to keep just inside legality or just outside illegitimacy. Dissembling, that's another one. Unprecedented, we hear that a lot. Delusional, self-satisfied, narcissistic personality disorder, MPD, in lying sack of poop. Disingenuous is a polite euphemism for lying sack of poop. Well, that's a good one. Okay, so there's those 2 pages. And then here, some armor, and some hashtags. Donnie 2 scoops. Unprecedented, nonplussed. James Comey was stunned and speechless. And when Trump asked him for a pledge of loyalty, he said, "I didn't move my face." So, nonplussed, I always thought meant not bothered by something. But it means just absolutely speechless. And Frederick Douglass, one of his good gaffes, he said, "Here he's coming up a lot." He said, "Yeah, yep." And flying monkeys that go with a narcissist, people that go out and do his bidding and do his talking. So, yeah. And Donnie 2 scoops, double dribbler, D, looking for words with D. An editorial. Nothing prepared us for the magnitude of this train wreck. A man so unpredictable, so reckless, so petulant, so full of blind self-regard, so untethered to reality that it is impossible to know where his presidency will lead or how much damage he will do to our nation. And that was in 2017, April 2nd. Words coming out at this time a lot: unhinged and off the rails. It's 2020 now. Well, just a tricky little page and a pretty little page. The environment. Well, we can't really say that Trump has a sunny disposition, but he always tries to put a positive spin on things, if it could possibly benefit him. So these are just some pretty things I did with this remade calendar. Here we go. Egregious is not a predicate adjective. Oh, he is egregious. No. He's... we usually would say egregiously. He's stupid. He's egregiously stupid. It's a word subjected to egregious misuse by media graduates of the Nathan Detroit School of Grammar. Nathan Detroit is a character in Guys and Dolls, and he does that wonderful formal prison law jargon. This is this rice fiber paper over paint. Prescriptions when you meet narcissistic personality disorder. Do not react, respond. Keep your boundaries. Don't let them chisel away. Be present, be here now. And don't say "I" when you're speaking to the person. So this went into then more working on narcissistic personality disorder, and I have a flip book for that. Petty and vindictive. Reprehensible. Character disturbant. Epidemic. Cognitive dissonance. No direct contact. Gross exaggeration and grandiose sense of entitlement. Whoa. So those are some of the characteristics. And gaslighting. So these were things that we were hearing, seeing, and I was learning about and collecting here. Here's raw. And then we have this overweening sense of illegitimacy inside of him, which we know now comes from feeling abandoned by his mother when she got sick. So he was at a crucial point for a boy, really feeling lonely, and he was, what, the fourth of 5 kids, so he was kind of just left to be a feral animal, I think. Anyway, bastardy, loss, fear, need. Donald Trump bastardizes everything he touches. Prenatal trauma. He defiles and trivializes everything. Yeah, back to the sunny disposition. It's like he's really never happy. He is just always in a rage about something. It's probably even worse since he's been taking those steroids. Yeah, raging bull. But then it's like, oh, well, actually, this is really a good thing for something horrible. And now is the winter of our disconnect, cognitive dissonance. And a wonderful old Scots word to describe him, an old doodle sack. It sounds terrible. A doodle sack is the bag on a bagpipe that you put the bag, you blow the air into and push it out of to make the pipes play. A doodle sack. Or a wind bag, an old wind bag. And, oh, last page, churlish. Knew what it meant, but didn't really, when his first day in the White House, when he came, and he came with that poor wife of his that follows him around, he got out of the car and then just walked up like he was going to walk into the White House and left her standing there with a gift in her hands, not knowing what to do, or something like that. It was embarrassing, but that's churlish. It's like, and here are many ways. To be a churl is to be a heel, or to be boorishly ungentlemanly in the extreme, or egregiously ungentlemanly, and we wouldn't have to say in the extreme. Rosie O'Donnell, he called her a fat pig. At the debates, he went disgusting when Hillary returned from a bathroom break. I only like heroes who weren't captured, about John McCain. Churlish. To be boorishly ungentlemanly in the extreme. Unsubstantiated claims of success and connections. Mocking a disabled reporter. Mocking all of the other candidates. And he's continued to mock everyone. He hates everyone. Clicking his tongue dismissively when he was told that Miss Venezuela had achieved U.S. citizenship. Yeah, dismissively. Shoving the Prime Minister of Montenegro out of the way to be front and center in a photo op of heads of state. Behold it on YouTube. Beyond egregiously churlish. And here we have another churlishness. Shall we shake hands? And he just turned his head like the naughty boy. He's so awful. This is beyond churlish, what the things that he has done to Gold Star families and widows and people like that. Beyond churlish, it's maybe beyond description. Trumpish. Drumphy. So there, and covfefe. So anyway, that's a little flip through. I think maybe I should have a more gentle voice when I do this. I think it's a real pretty book. And it's been sitting out for a while, and I think it was the first jump into some mixed media. And I don't think I'll work on it anymore. I do have those blank pages, but it's fine because I do have loose pages that I need to get into it somewhere. I didn't want them all hanging out when I did this. Churlish. A churlish doodle sack. Oh, adjectives incarnate. And people say he is also the devil incarnate. So incarnate means, you know, flesh, in the flesh, made flesh. So, like the living devil. All right. I think that's it. Oh, please give me a thumbs up on the video and subscribe. I'm going to be making more videos because it's getting colder. Kind of play around. Well, I don't know. I'm babbling and I'm stopping.